What's going on, you guys? This is JProGaming back with another video. I'm gonna go over Moments Extreme from last year. It drops tomorrow. I'm gonna go over basically what it was, because as you look at the calendar there, it says Return of the Extreme, which is the extreme moments from last year. We're gonna get 99 overall rewards. Last time they were not all 99s. There was only 199. I'll go over those cards. I will go over the rewards. I will go over basically everything that they did last year in case you guys were missing out, or if you guys did not play the game last year. This will give you a little refresher and kind of what you have to look forward to. And then obviously we got a roster update, Tops Now, Dead Ball 2 event, and then we got a new showdown. It might actually be included with the Return of the Extreme, so it might be, you might have an extreme showdown coming out too. We'll kind of go over basically getting ready for stage 4 Team Affinity, because that's dropping soon. We don't know exactly when, but I'll go over some things that maybe you can look forward to or prepare for so you're ready for that. Let's go. All right, so as you see here, this was what Moments Extreme was last year. There's 3 different sets. They dropped the first 2, the caution and the warning. I believe they dropped right away. If you complete all of these caution ones, you get that Jim Edmonds card right there, which actually was a pretty good card. I think there were better cards at the time. 30,000 XP, 20,000 stubs. Again, this is for last year's game. So it was decent rewards along the way. This is the set 1. You're going to get the show packs. You're going to get a monthly award choice pack. All those rewards are up top right. So this was the card that they released, this Jim Edmonds right here. He had pretty good numbers overall. It was a good little outfielder to have, center fielder. Diamond hitting, diamond defense, but just to give you an idea, that was set 1. So if you complete set 1, you got that card. And just to give you the idea of the difficulty of these moments, these are a few of them. I'll show you on the screen. This one, you have 3 plate appearances. You had to get 3 extra base hits. Another one you had to do was for 6 games. You had to tally 9 hits, tally 5 extra base hits. So it's actually pretty easy to complete those. Here's another one. All you had to do was, you had 3 games to do this. Save 3 games, don't give up a hit, don't walk a batter, do not hit 1 batter, and don't throw a wild pitch. Pretty simple to complete. Then once you completed the caution, there were more than that. I didn't really go through all of them. I just want to give you insight of what you're kind of looking forward to. Then there was this set 2. Missions get a little bit harder, moments get a little bit harder, but then you got this 98 overall Andrew Miller. This was an endgame card last year. A lot of people played for this card. You had to complete caution in order to get to the warning. First set, get that Jim Edmonds, and then you had to move on to this warning. You got good stubs, good XP from this. All those packs are up top right. Look at the numbers on this Andrew Miller. High hits and Ks per 9, good clutch, good break, good velo. Didn't have the outlier quirk last year. I don't know if this card would technically have it. Very good lefty to have in the bullpen. We are lacking lefties this year, so maybe this could be something they could include. Again, these are 99 overalls, it said. Just to give you an idea of the type of moments you had to do, you had 1 game to do this with Honus Wagner and then 9 in a game. Here's another one. You had to get 35 strikeouts in a 5-game series. So you get to use the rotation they gave you. Rotation is right there. Verlander, Gibson, Feller, Grove, and Nolan Ryan. But you had 5 games to do that, so you're going to average 7 strikeouts a game, which was actually not too bad. You had to hit 7 home runs in 10 games with Joey Gallo. So obviously these are a little bit harder than that first one, and then the last one I'll show you here. These got pretty difficult. So here you go with the very last one that they dropped last year, the Seriously Moments. You got a 99 overall Rich Gossage. You didn't have to complete the first 2 to get this one, but just to give you an idea, those are all the packs up top right. That is the card there. You got 50,000 subs, 65,000 XP, and then he was very, very good. Obviously there's this pitch mix, 124 hits per 9, 125 Ks per 9, 121 clutch, 99 breaks. So this was a very good bullpen arm to have. He was an endgame card for sure. That pitch mix, they didn't have the outlier quirk last year. This card would have the outlier quirk, so his fastball, his sinker would be touching probably 102. His sinker could be touching 100, give him the slurve and then the changeup. 6 games, you had to tally 11 hits, 5 RBIs, don't strike out 3 times. I believe all these were on Hall of Fame as well. And you had to play as rookie Willie Mays in this one, so it was a little bit tougher. His stats were not as good. You had to hit for the cycle. You had to win a 9-inning game from the 2019 Bosses. You had to tally 10 hits, hit 5 homers, score 8 runs, do not give up 3 runs. That reward was you get a Finest Elite Pack. Those Finest Elite Packs, those cards were very, very good. So just to give you an idea, I want to get a refresher out there for the type of things they did last year. Obviously, they're going to change it up a little bit. They added Showdown this year, so hopefully they do something kind of cool with that. They're probably going to make that very difficult. I could see them including Showdown just because it's almost like a moment. Just to give you an idea, if you guys did not play the game last year, the type of moments you have to play, the type of cards they gave out. They gave out some very good rewards, so hopefully they do that again. These are all going to be 99s, it seems like, so that should be fun. It's going to take some time. It's not going to be easy. Let's get you guys situated for this stage 4 Team Affinity that should be dropping in the next few weeks. I believe it should be coming out after this season. Depending when that ends, I believe these finest cards will drop shortly after or maybe right at the end of the season. If you guys have enough stubs, the best way to do this is just start loading up. Start loading up on some cards. The fastest way to complete these Team Affinities is by doing exchanges. If you guys have enough stubs, if you guys have cards that you are not using, you want to sell, I would honestly sell them now. I would get as many subs as possible so you can use the market to utilize Team Affinity Stage 4. You can buy some cards ahead of time now while the prices are semi-cheap. and you can get ahead. Because once they start dropping what these finest cards are going to be, this market is going to skyrocket with these prices for some of these cards. So obviously stage 3, stage 2, stage 1, you guys know the deal with that. Stage 4, you guys could do showdowns. I assume they're going to keep it the same, but you could do showdowns. It's just going to take a lot longer. I did showdowns for stage 1 and stage 2, and that was just draining. As you see here, I've completed stage 3 Team Affinity. I'm at 100% for everything, and if you come in here, I mean, you guys know the deal, 1 through 3, you guys get the idea, but it only looks like you have to get 50 points, which is what these last few were. I think the first one you had to get 70. That's stage 4 coming soon. Don't know when that is. They have not announced anything yet. Best way to do it, honestly, just do exchanges. If you have the stubs, do exchanges. Yeah, I've been loaded up on players, silvers, golds. I'll give you an idea of how I go about it. I'll start with the giants. So what I do is I come down to the golds and the silvers. This is the best way to do it. You could actually do some diamonds to get it quicker when you do the exchange, but I'm coming down to 78, 79s, sometimes 77s depending on price. This is a really low price right here, 179 sell now. You could load up on these Austin Slaters. Just start loading up on cards. I've actually bought some of these Longorias. He's a 78. You could obviously buy some Solanos. He actually might get upgraded. Austin Slaters. Just go through each team. Start buying these cards now. Again, today is the 17th, so these prices are going to rise once they start announcing what these cards are going to be, and once people realize, hey, I should start loading up on cards, because a lot of people have obviously gone to other games. But ideally, you want to go through each team. You want to get 78, 79s. You can get some 80s. You can get some golds if you want. The way I do it is the cheapest way. I don't mind spending 1,000 on a card, but obviously right here, Zach Gallen, this is the only gold right now for the Arizona Diamondbacks. That might be the price in the market right now. I technically don't want to spend that. I'd rather load up on a bunch of 455s. I didn't actually equate it to see what the better way is to do it, but you're going to get these cards a lot quicker than the Zach Gallen, because these won't sell as fast because they are golds. Usually these silvers sell pretty quick, so I would load up on 78, 79s, buy orders for this Nick Ahmed. I would do, I don't know, I'd probably do about 10 of these. Stay with 78s, get some of these. Seriously, just start loading up on them. I've been starting to do it like daily. Before I honestly go to bed, I usually put in a bunch of orders for different teams. Here's one thing. If I ever see something here that says sell now for 0, I'm putting in a buy order for 1,000 just so you can get that card for that price. There is no risk to doing that because the card is going to sell for that price. A lot of people don't usually touch these cards, so you can get that card pretty cheap and obviously keep him for, I'm going to do it here right now actually and buy it for 1,000. I'll do a bunch of these. Herman Marquez, he won't actually, I don't think, change much. I don't know what he's actually doing in the league, but I don't think he goes down to a silver. So yeah, if you ever see any of these that have no price, no sell now for 1,000, jump on those. Andrew Miller is another one. I don't think he moves, so I'm actually going to buy a bunch of these. Obviously, if he drops down, his price is going to plummet a little bit, but at least you can quick sell for 1,000. But again, you're loading up for stage 4, so you want to keep these cards. Even if it goes down to the silver, 78, 79, you're still going to get a decent return on it. You can actually get a ton of Lorenzo Cains. He's actually not going to move at all because he is currently not playing this season, so you can load up. I started loading up a little bit. I got about 8 of him here. I bought him at 1,000, so he sells pretty quick if you want to get some Brewers. You could look at the safe ones too, like that one's a safe one. That's a safe one that's not going to move because obviously Lorenzo Cain is not playing this year, so he's going to stay at a gold. He won't budge. You can get some safe ones with these as well. This Eric Davis right here. These cards obviously don't move. It's a rookie cards, but just look at the prices. Don't spend too, I mean, you're gonna have to spend a lot because obviously I have the stubs to do this, so I'm gonna be a little bit more less frugal with this. I'm gonna get some cards. I'm gonna get some diamonds. They're gonna be about 5K just to expedite the process, but honestly, you gotta load up on these quick. These cards should be dropping within the next couple weeks, so you might as well get it while they're a little bit lower. So obviously for showdowns, I wonder what they're gonna do with this. I wonder if they're just gonna make these very, very difficult. This is basically Moment Extreme, but you have to win these. You know, like at least last year's game, Moments Extreme, if you didn't complete it, you just had to start over. You actually have to do this. You probably have to battle, if they do some sort of showdown with this, you're gonna have to battle a big boss. You're gonna have to win these, so these could be pretty difficult because obviously showdowns throughout the year have been pretty difficult to complete. If you get the hang of it, it's not bad, but I could see them actually getting some very good rewards over here towards the end. We'll see what they do though. I can see them incorporating the showdown somehow. Yeah, these are actually obviously pretty easy, and then when you get to boss, you got to win those. We'll see what they do. Honestly, there's not much more than that. I was just trying to give you a brief description of Moments Extreme last year, and then hopefully you guys get an idea that you need to start loading up on some of these cards for exchanges, or if you don't have the subs for it, you're gonna have to do showdown, or just see what they do when they drop this program, because we technically don't even know yet. I just assume they're gonna do the same thing, so you're gonna be able to exchange cards, do showdown. That's gonna do it. Hopefully this was a good refresher for you. Hopefully you jump in on these cards, start loading up on them, because you're gonna need them. Every night do about 10-15 cards if you can do it, if you have the stubs. Again, if you don't have the stubs, you can't do that. but that's the quickest way to complete it. You might just have to bite the bullet, do the showdowns if you don't have the stubs. But again, if you have free cards, if you have diamonds that are just sitting somewhere, highly suggest selling those if you need the stubs and start investing in exchanges. These finest cards are going to be very, very good. What I think they're going to do for this stage 4, I think they're going to be dropping finest cards, hopefully a choice pack of some sort. Hopefully have a few cards in the choice pack that you can choose from. Go invest, go get some cards, get ready for stage 4. It's coming soon. They don't know when, they didn't say it, so just be prepared for it. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys enjoyed this content, make sure you leave a like on the video, leave a comment in the section below. What do you guys think is going to be stage 4? Do you guys think it's going to be finest cards? Do you think it's going to be legends, flashbacks? What do you think? I think they're going to be doing finest. Again, thank you guys for watching, and as always, hopefully I will see you in the next video.